Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Dorothy and thank you so much for joining us today. Today I want to share with you what life was like for me as an international student living in Rome. We're starting with accommodation. Yes, accommodation is one of the most important things that makes your international student experience. And if you don't find a good accommodation or you find an expensive one, it's going to really affect how you enjoy your international student experience. So the main problem with finding accommodation in Rome is that first off, it's very difficult to find accommodation. Secondly, it is very expensive, especially the ones close to the university. Even there are a few of them that are not too close to the university but are also very expensive. And thirdly, you can fall prey to scammers because of how in demand accommodation is in Rome, especially when you're checking on Facebook or online sites where maybe they post rooms that are available for rent. You might fall prey to the scammers because some of them would pose as house owners but they do not own any homes. They will send you pictures and you might find that the pictures are too good to be true. You'll find a very beautiful accommodation you expect that would cost like 700, but they'll tell you that it's 350, and they would encourage you to send in the money like to secure your position, your place there, which usually is a sign that it's a scammer who wants to get your money. Well, Rome, I'm not saying the people there are scammers, but a few people who would want to take advantage of the fact that accommodation is in high demand in Rome would want to do that to you. So you just have to be aware of that and be careful when you're looking for accommodation. My next point is transportation. So with the transportation types, we have the metro, we have the tram, and we have the buses. The transportation system in Rome is good. If you're sitting in a bus from bus stop to bus stop, you would understand why sometimes the buses are late a few minutes, but they are never too late, except maybe there's a strike or there's a redirection because maybe they are fixing a road, so that normal route is not being used. So with the cost and then of course expenses, for one ticket was €1.50, and it allows you to use the bus for 100 minutes. So that allows you to stay in a bus or travel in a bus or any of the other transportation types for 1 hour 40 minutes. And then we have the bus card that is monthly subscription, so you have to pay every month to recharge your bus card. So that costs 35 euros. Yeah, 35 euros. So with that, you can use that bus card for all of the transportation types, and there's no time limit. Once you enter the bus, the first thing you have to do before you sit down is to validate your bus card or your bus ticket. Validate it. There are machines in the buses that allow you to do that, and also at the metro stations before you enter into where the train or the metro would come for you to enter, you need to validate your pass. If the controllers or the officers that come around the buses come in and then they find that your ticket has not been validated, or your ticket was just validated because you saw them, you would have to pay a fine of between 50 to 100 euros. The next point is the weather. I went through all the 4 seasons. That's estate, inverno, primavera, and autunno. So
summer, winter, autumn, and spring.
With that, I can say that for my Erasmus, I was there in September and I left in August, September. So from September to February, there was on and off. It was raining and it was cold. Like the cold was extreme cold. As I said, from September to February, it was on and off. Very cold from that September to December. But around January, February, it was still raining, it was still cold, but it was manageable. But the intense parts of the winter, it was extremely cold. So from there, I think from February, that's when we started to enter into spring. So most of the trees were blooming. It was very beautiful, especially on campus, because it had lots of trees and a lot of flowers. Right after spring, we got to summer. So summer was extremely hot. You cannot step out without your sunscreen or your electrolytes because you will feel sick, so sick. Then from summer, we started autumn, kinda, more or less. So yeah, as I said, the weather gets to the extreme. When it's hot, it's very hot, and when it's cold, it's extremely cold. My next point is food. So we know Italy is known for having like the best ice creams, gelato, best pizza, best pasta, of course, home of pasta. So if you are a fan of like eating out, going out with your friends to restaurants, you're going to really enjoy your time in Rome because their food is very, very nice. But for us, the Africans who have specific dietary needs, like we need pepper, we need fresh fish to fry, we need red oil, we need gari. There are a lot of shops and avenues for us to get those ingredients I was able to get those ingredients for my food. So we have a lot of African shops that are really close to the center. So around Termini of Rome, you would find a lot of African shops. You can get food, you can get spices, you can get like stuff to braid your hair, a lot of things. And it's not just one African shop, it's like 6 in one line. So you have options. You can decide which one you want to go to. You can get your Maggi, you can get your no, or like anything you need. Well, not everything, but you would see when you get there. So yeah. And then there's also the wet market where we were getting like fresh meat, fresh fish, we're getting fresh vegetables, fruits, all of that. The wet market was really very helpful. A number of African shops, mini shops in the big wet market. So you can also get some of the things you need there. But sometimes you can decide to check the prices because sometimes the prices may differ. So you choose the cheaper one, but it's the same product. Do you get me? We're still on food, but with the supermarkets, they have like a full aisle for pasta. So you can get different shapes, sizes of pasta. So if you are interested, you like pasta, you cannot do without pasta. You're in the land of pasta, so you get every shape, every size you want. Some of the supermarkets allow you to get like a supermarket discount card. So with those cards, you can make purchases and get the discounts or benefit from the discount. Sometimes without the card, even if there's a promotion or there's a discount, you cannot get it because you don't have the card. It's like membership. So some of the supermarkets have that. So if you're there and you want to benefit from the discount, you can do so by going to the supermarket and requesting for the card. They might just take your residence permit, the number, and then your fiscal code, and then your phone number, and they'll just give you the card. The next one I'll be talking about is communication. So for Europe, we pay a monthly, like you have to pay every month to be able to use your number or use your phone number. But in Italy, it's a bit different from Portugal. So in Portugal, with the SIM card that I was using when I was here, Vodafone, I had to pay like 20 euros every month to be able to, like, I think we got like 10 gigabytes of data. But in Italy, there were a lot of options where you could get over 100 gigabytes worth of data. For me, I was paying €9.99, so almost 10 euros, but I got unlimited access to the internet because I needed it because my second accommodation, I didn't have like Wi-Fi in the house. So, and I was doing my thesis, so I needed internet. So I had to get the unlimited bundle unlimited offer. Finally, I want to talk about tourism because I am a student of archaeology, so I must talk about it. So for my stay in Rome, thankfully, as a student of archaeology, I could visit a number of sites without paying. I'd say I went to a Colosseum. I never entered because I don't even know why I didn't enter. But I could go to the Colosseum. You can just pick one bus and you're at the Colosseum. I went to Hadrian's Villa in Tivoli. We went to Ostia Antica. It was a field school. I've already posted that on my channel. So if you're interested in walking through the ruins of Ostia Antica, it's available for you. I think, yeah. I went to parts of Caracalla. So if you are really interested in tourism, as maybe you're not a student from this sector or this field, but you are interested in seeing, there are lots of things to see in Rome, a lot of things to see and enjoy in Rome. So yeah, that's all I have for you, talking about what life is like as an international student living in Rome. I hope you learned something. Yeah, and that's all I have for you. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.